the ever glamorous life of a cat owner. This portion of the video is sponsored by Dossier. I've spoken about this brand before and I will continue to my dying breath. I think these have to be my absolute favourite brand when it comes to impressions of designer fragrances. We have just got a huge restock, both me and Emmanuel. We've just got a big restock because we have gone through the huge amount that we had before. I didn't used to be a daily fragrance wearer. I used to just wear it on special occasions, etc. But I honestly love wearing these on a daily basis. I think sometimes when it comes to fragrances, the markup on them is just so big, but Dossier is helping to make luxury scents more accessible. The ones that we picked up this time is the Citrus Green Apple. This is a new one for me, and this is inspired by the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Women. Smells divine. Being inspired by perfumes, they are absolutely bang on. You enjoy the scent of a perfume but sometimes think, it's a bit expensive to be getting as an everyday perfume. Enter Dossier. We then have Fruity Jasmine, which is inspired by Dior J'adore. Again, it smells incredible. I'm going to struggle to know which one is my favourite here. The Fruity Honey scent is a inspiration of the Jo Malone Nectarine Blossom and Honey, and this smells absolutely divine. We also have Ambery Vanilla, which I got in my last order as well. This is the YSL Black Opium impression. That's bang on, bang on. Emmanuel decided to go for Musky Oak Moss, which is inspired by Creed Aventus, and I think this has to be one of my favourite scents on him as well. The Fougere Oud. Again, smells incredible. This is an impression of the Tom Ford Oud Wood. Again, smells exactly the same. Citrus Tea. Ooh, is the Noir 29. I haven't actually heard of this perfume, but it actually smells really nice. Then Powdery Coconut. I might actually steal this one, but Emmanuel ordered this one, the Powdery Coconut, which is inspired by Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc. This smells so nice. And then finally, the Woody Green Apple is an impression of the Paco Rabanne 1 Million. I know that sometimes people can be a little bit concerned about whether they last, whether they are accurate representations of the impressions that they are supposed to be. And I can tell you, if they weren't, I wouldn't still be talking about them. This is our daily go-to perfume. Which one should I put on today? Let's put the Fruity Jasmine. I'm gonna put Fruity Jasmine on today. So nice. And also, in terms of whether they last, Emmanuel sprays his on in the morning, goes to work for a 12-hour shift, comes home and still smells of it. I don't know how else I can convince you that it lasts other than telling you that that is the reality of my days. I smell it on him in the morning and I smell it on him again in the evening after a 12-hour shift. And they're also offering, especially for you guys, a 10% flash sale for the next 14 days. All the details will be on screen right now, and there will also be a link in the description with all the details in there as well. Thank you so much to Dossier for sponsoring this portion of the video. I only ever promote brands that I truly believe in, but this one at the moment has to be my favourite. Good morning, guys. Why am I saying good morning? It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It is not morning in the slightest. I've woken up this morning. I woke up the same time as Emmanuel, as always, then went back to bed. I'm at that point during my cycle where it's like the week before. So the week before my period for me is, well, it's not the whole week. It's only usually a couple of days so far. That I just feel so exhausted that I'm barely functional. Today's not so bad. I feel like tomorrow is going to be the day that I get wiped out. And it's one of those things that really, really annoys me because I just want to be my best productive self. And I feel like I've got so much to do and so much I want to do, but I just don't physically have the energy to do it. That's where we're at. Also, I brought my vitamins upstairs because I feel like I'm forgetting to take them when they're downstairs, just because I spend more time at my desk than I do like downstairs. So I brought these up here and I'm being consistent, which is good. Oh. I don't know what happened there. See, I'm trying to put this lid on there. What's going on? Yeah, so a new addition as well to my cycle, I think, this has happened last month and this is happening this month, is that around this time, like the time where I'm getting exhausted, don't want to do anything, I also start to get the ick over all food. Like, yeah, last night, okay, so yesterday, just to kind of explain it, I wasn't feeling that hungry. But then I was like, well, I've got to have something because I was feeling kind of a bit like, oh, I really don't want to eat anything. So all I had was a bowl of soup and 2 slices of bread. And I felt so ill to the point where I think if I had gone to the toilet to try and be sick, I probably would have. But I was like trying to suppress it. I was like, I can't, like, no, I'm not going to be sick because I hate being sick. It's horrible. But that happened last month as well. So nice little addition to my cycle is feeling ill when, like normally for normal people who are on their periods or due on their periods, they like to eat everything in sight. That's how I used to be. Now, I don't want to eat anything. Which I guess, I mean, has its benefits, I suppose. But, you know, so then this morning, again, I don't feel sick, but I do have the ick over, like, eating anything. Like, I feel like I want to eat something, but anything that I think of, I'm like, no, don't want that. I'm just popping my rings on. I got a new ring for Christmas, guys. Hopefully when I lose a few more pounds, this will be a little bit easier to get on. But that one is a new addition from prior, and then this one was from prior as well, from Emmanuel. This one was from my parents, and when it came, it's weird though, because I feel like the sizes on prior aren't normal sizes, because I ordered my like normal ring size, and it came, and it was literally like a doll's size. I couldn't fit it on, well, anywhere, so we had to send it back and get a new one. Oh, whilst I've seen this, UK Lash, I told you about that a couple of vlog ago, I don't know. Here's me thinking I found the solution to my problems. I spent £38 on that, and then I mentioned it on my Instagram story, and you guys might know Yasmin Camilla. She messaged me and she was like, girl, did you not see the drama on TikTok over UK Lash? I was like, no, of course I didn't. What happened? And so she told me that basically UK Lash, like the eyelash serums, have a ingredient in them that people have found, it's like a fat dissolving ingredient, which like has basically been giving people really hollow and dark under eyes. I was like, great. Another thing, but in regards to like the fat dissolving, can I use it on my chin? No, I'm kidding. Well, I am, but I just thought, do you know what it is? Why is it that like when I try and get something to try and better myself, it just leads to something bad? Yeah, I'm in that kind of mood today where I'm like, everything's going wrong, woe is me. But I'm going to try my best to save a wasted day, because I feel like this morning has been a bit of a waste. I've done nothing, but it was needed. It was needed. So I'm going to try and get as much done. I've got some stuff to post off for Vinted. So I need to go and grab them. My eyebrows, wow. I'm getting them done on Friday though. I've actually booked a brow lamination and lash lift. So lash tint and lift. Because you guys were telling me, just get a lash lift, because like I say, my eyelashes are quite long, but they're just not very thick. So then whenever I put mascara or anything on, it just looks like I don't have anything on. So we're going to see how the lash lift and tint goes. That might be the way forward for me. But I'm still going to try and grow my lash. I'm debating whether to continue using this or not, because apparently it did have side effects for some people, but not everyone. So I'm like, I feel like this would be a huge waste of money if I don't carry on using it. Someone also has recommended I get some new eyelash colours because these are very old, and yeah. Now I'm actually starting to look at my eyes and think, is this UK lash thing actually happening to me now. I've used it for 3 days and I feel like I've got, I don't know, this might just be my period, but can you guys see around, ignore my eyebrows, like there? Did I have that before? Am I just overthinking things? Did I have that before? And I'm just thinking that's now associated to the UK lash because that's what I've heard. Or is it actually giving me dark eyes? I don't know. So I'm going to go sort my Vinted stuff out. What else have I got to do today? I have got food shopping to do. We have no food in the house whatsoever. Last night, Emmanuel came home from work and he was like, so what should we eat? I was like, I don't know, I'm not having anything. Fend for yourself. Bless him. Because usually I do like cook. I'm like the chef of the house. He does sometimes as well, but usually I am the cook. And now last night I was like, I feel so sick that I don't think I can be around food. I tried to have an early night, but there was definitely something else I was going to do. Oh, I might pop to the Metro Centre actually, because after you guys saw me get my makeup and things done, you were asking what the lip combination was. And I don't know what it was, so but I want to buy it, basically. So I'm gonna nip to the Metro Centre and see if Emma is in. But for now, I'm just gonna get myself like looking relatively presentable, start with doing the Vinted things, and then head over to the Metro Centre whilst the traffic is still kind of light. I feel like I have wasted such a day, like half a day, but we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna drag it back. We're gonna drag it back. Guys, we have a problem. Just as I was leaving to come to my parents, Royal Mail, my wedding invitations have arrived. So I had a quick look in the car and there's a problem with like half of them. So we were hoping to get these sent out this month, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore. Essentially, without kind of spilling too much, our theme is like blue kind of colour, and so the invitations were blue and white. So the invitations that were blue have come out okay, but like, I don't know. Like, you can see the writing. If I just give you a little, like, example without showing you too much, those ones are fine. You can read them, but there's something just not quite right about them. But then I can show you this, the white ones with see, that doesn't even feel like the same paper. The white ones with the blue writing on it, you can't see it. This is just like the order of events bit. You can't read what's going, like, you can't read it, which is really annoying, because I don't know, can you even like return? I mean, there's another, like the final page which is like where to stay, and it's got like important information on it. You can't even read it. So that is really annoying because we were hoping to get these sent out this month, and I don't think that's going to happen anymore because I'm not happy with them. Like, it kind of looks like they've like run out of ink on some parts. For example, the background of this, well, I'll just show you the back. The back, it's supposed to be like a solid blue, but you can see like bits of white on it. Like, the quality's just not great. I have a feeling we're gonna have to try and see with Canva what we can do about that, because I'm sorry, I mean, it was cheaper than going through like a proper printing service, but it was still like expensive. So I'm not happy with them. So that is very, very annoying, and I don't really know how to go about, because obviously they printed them, so they're like, well, they're probably going to be like, well, we printed them, so I don't know what you want us to do about them, because you can't exactly return something that's been like printed. Well, we do have an email saying that they've been delivered. There's like an online chat. I'm gonna have to do that, but my parents are on the way home because they've just been to Costco, so not another stress. You know what I was saying before about like how I feel like everything's just going wrong for me at the minute? Prime example. Also, a quick irrelevant update to that. A couple of you mentioned that my voice sounded deeper in the last couple of vlogs. I think it might be this camera, because I switched the setting, like I was playing with the settings and I changed the frame rate on it, which kind of makes it almost a little bit slower. I don't know. But I've switched it back to what it was, so I'm hoping that the sound is back to normal. I'm just constantly trying to like fiddle with settings and experiment and stuff, so sorry that happened. We will not do that again. Let me go get my Vinted stuff and get that all packaged up. Okay, little update. I've just left, or I'm just leaving my parents' house. I'm gonna go and post off this Vinted. I've come away with the invitations, the more we looked through them, like, I predict that we probably would have had to, or we couldn't send at least like half of them, because just, I mean, there's one in particular that I can't show because it's got like the date and place and like the venue and stuff on it, and it just really bad quality. So we ended up going to a printing place. We found somewhere quite nearby. We went in and was asking just kind of for a bit of advice for like how we can make them print better, and asked for a quote basically. So we've looked at there. Also, there was a lovely girl called Olivia who messaged me on Instagram just after we'd sent off the invitations to Canva to print, and she'd suggested printed.com, so that's a potential as well. But I think what the guy said when we went to go to the printing place, he said that it's quite difficult to print on textured paper, and I think because obviously with the blue pages they're printing blue onto white card, whereas I think what I thought it would be, well, I don't know how they would have done it, to be fair, actually. I didn't really consider it, but it's all going to start white and then be made blue, whereas it's a lot easier if it's already blue and then just printing on the blue, so that we wouldn't get those, I don't know, it's a stress which I didn't think I would have, but I do. So I'm gonna go and post this Vinted, and then we're gonna go and do a food shop because that is in dire need. It's actually 10 to 4 now. The day has just absolutely disappeared again from me. This always happens. Food shop, then we might head to the Metro Centre. I'm not sure about that yet. We'll see what the traffic's like. If not, then I don't know, I'll see you at home. So I've just popped into the I've just popped into the Holland & Barrett that we've got in our Tesco's, because I was looking at potentially getting some hair vitamins, and there's loads to choose from. So, but I have actually found the ones that I was telling you about, which cost so much money. These ones, £132. I better have hair down to the floor for that much. But I don't know which ones. There's so many to choose from, that's a problem. I've seen these before, the hairburst ones, but I don't know if they're actually very good or not. I feel like I see people talking about them, but I don't know. I don't know. Back from Tesco's now. I'm not going to go to Harrods today just because, like, to get over to the Metro Centre with the time and everything, it's just going to be a bit of a carry-on. So, yeah, I'm not really feeling up to it, to be honest. I feel how I look right now is what I'm saying. But a couple of things. So I stood for ages in Holland & Barrett trying to work out which ones to get, and then the staff was so nice and so helpful. They came over and they were like, what is it that you're looking for? And I was like, I'm literally just looking at a million different things that all supposedly do the same thing. I just don't know which one to get. So she basically said that for hair growth and hair strength and hair thickness and stuff, it's biotin. That is, like, biotin and zinc, I think, are the two main ingredients that you need. So she actually recommended this one, and I think a few of you have messaged me on Instagram recommending this one as well. But basically this has 5,000 whatever the thingy grams of biotin in it and 10 milligrams of zinc, which is great. But some of the branded stuff, and this is what the woman was saying, some of the branded stuff that often gets like advertised more, like Hairburst and stuff like that, have actually a very low measurement of the key ingredients, and they're just like fancy and nice packaging with a big brand attached to it. So I was like stood looking at all of them and looking at these big brands which cost a lot more money, and she was right, like the percentage of the ingredients that you need for actual like hair growth and stuff, there wasn't actually that much in it, and it turns out there's more in this. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a go and pray for a miracle, basically. But only other thing I wanted to talk about from my food shop was a few of you guys have recommended trying frozen fruit for my morning smoothies. So I went for that one, but this isn't usually the type of fruit that I would have. They didn't seem to have what I would usually eat, but I thought I'd give it a go. It does work out cheaper, obviously. So, and I think these types of fruit, I mean, fruit is fruit, but I feel like these types of berries in particular are like better for you, aren't they? And going back to my kind of toxic Slimming World days, these would be classed as speed food, wouldn't they? Whereas a banana wouldn't. So ignore me. So yeah, frozen fruit, we're gonna try that. But yeah, I've got so much washing up to do. I just need to get it done and then I can like sit and light a candle and just chill. Cause yeah, I'm not feeling great, not gonna lie. Candle is lit, pyjamas are on, dishes are washed, and I've put a load of washing on as well because I kind of thought I really couldn't be bothered to do it. I thought, you know what, let's just do it now because I think I'm kind of preparing myself for having a really bad day tomorrow. I think this is like the beginning parts of when I have like really bad days. So I think tomorrow is going to be like I can't move day. It tends to be that way where like the first day I'm like really exhausted but I can still like do stuff, and then the second day is like I'm vegged out on the sofa, can't move, no energy, etc. So if I get the washing done now, then that's out the way. Emmanuel's texted and said that he is going to take his break in the last hour of shift so that he can come home early, which is nice. And then I think we're just going to chill, honestly, and go to bed. I feel like I could probably go to bed now, and it's only 6:10. So I think, honestly, if I went to bed now, I would probably sleep through till tomorrow morning. It's just one of those days. Anyway, I think so I know I said that I was going to try Gavin and Stacey. I need to find out where to watch that. But as well, I noticed on BBC iPlayer, they've got Call the Midwife, which is another thing that I've never seen, but always been quite interested in, but then never got around to watching it. So I'm thinking I might start Call the Midwife as well. I'm all up to date with Love Island. I'm doing the same thing with Love Island as I did with Married at First Sight, in that I'm not watching it on the night time, but I'm watching it in the morning, like the morning after. So I watched last night's episode this morning. So yeah, all up to date with that. And yeah, I think I might watch an episode of Gavin and Stacey and see whether it's my thing. And if not, I'm going to start Call the Midwife. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this vlog here just because I just want to chill now. The candle's on. There's nothing left to do. Once that candle is lit, the day is done. Who's with me? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Go hit the subscribe button and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Baby, let me love you.